Let's go sit down. Look how dark it is outside. It's so dark.
Is it not morning anymore?
It is morning, but you can barely tell. It looks like it's like 4 o'clock. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very dark and gloomy outside. There was a storm in the mountains last night, and maybe today. I haven't looked at an update of it. And it just poured rain all night, and it was so loud. And I thought it was windy, but I looked out a couple times, and there was no wind, so that was good. Today's Veterans Day, so that means there's no school, and we've been watching Disney a lot today. It's like the way that the kids play, and I'm sure this is most kids. You watch like a show, and halfway through you stop and you go in color, and then you come back and watch it a little bit more. I mean, it's just like, it doesn't hold their attention that long. It's just nice to have them watch it for a little bit so I can go get laundry done. I even took a shower, which is why my hair is wet.
What are you doing? No, what? Arm!
Kelly got his school pictures back too, and he's just the cutest thing. I'm so proud of him. The pictures turned out really well. Oh my gosh. He's just so handsome. I could look at his face all day. It's lunchtime and I still haven't done my hair, and Shane came home to wash his bike at lunch. And look who loves this. Do you love it when Daddy comes and washes his bike?
Yeah.
Oh. You got a lunch face. We gotta wipe off your face.
No.
Yeah, you. The sun is coming through now too. Oh my gosh, I need to wash this window. Gross. Wyatt's napping, and Kelly and I have watched Peter Pan, had Halloween candy, and now we're listening to Christmas music and coloring. Kelly's very into coloring lately, and he's doing a really good job of staying in the lines and choosing a very creative color palette. So we're having fun. This is Mommy's coloring. I'm doing the Elf on the Shelf book, and Kelly thinks I did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shane and I just had a conversation that he needs to start making vlog footage for me again, because like today I didn't have a car, and so it was just like me talking to the camera and the kids looking at it. So it's not super fun to watch, but before I get to cleaning the kitchen, which I could show you that too, but I'm not going to. I ended up purchasing some reusable goods online that I'm not going to tell you where I bought them from, because I was a little unhappy with the way that the ordering process went, and how long it took to ship, and how it was actually shipped, including like throwawayable packaging inserts in a larger box that I didn't think was necessary. First of all, I got these little bento boxes. I ended up choosing plastic over stainless steel or glass. And this is for Kelly for his lunch, my 5-year-old kindergartner. He goes to half day usually, but sometimes he'll do a full day of kindergarten. And I just needed a solution that wasn't glass. I'd send him to glass, and I'd always be kind of worried because that's really not a safe thing to take as a kid to school. And then stainless steel is just too heavy in his little backpack, so I thought this is a nice little in-between, and it is a lot bigger and bulkier than I thought it would be, and it's also harder for a little 5-year-old to close because it does not latch very well. Even as an adult, it's kind of hard to tell if it's closed or not. Then I purchased produce bags. This is a Chico brand. I do really like this brand, but there's a couple things that I would change. I've been making my own produce bags that I use for bulk fruit and vegetables, and I've been doing that for the last 2 years. I make them myself. I've used 2 different fabrics, of which either one was fine. I really preferred the second fabric, which I am blanking on now. The first one was cotton muslin, and then the second one was like that stretchy cotton. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? It was like the cotton with like slits. I really liked the stretchier one, and I'm just a bad sewer person, and so it kept being undone, and so I thought, hey, I'll go ahead and treat myself and buy the real deal and have it be high quality stitching, and that's definitely what it is. It's very high quality, but there's a couple things. So there's 3 different versions of the produce bags. The first one from Chico is this hemp cotton produce bag, and this is all the large set, and I don't know what this is technically called. It's the produce stand collection, and so this is what the packaging looks like, and this is the actual product. Not that you guys can see it that well, I'm sorry. This is just like a vlog. It's not like a formal review. I'm just trying to add some content in here for you guys. The biggest thing is that in my area, and probably a lot of your areas, I don't have access to people locally that will handle tear weights. I've tried it twice, and both times they've said we can't do it. I know they can do it, they just don't want to figure it out. And that was both the manager and the cashier that was looking at it. I can't figure it out, kind of a thing. So when I bring a bag, I try and make it as lightweight as possible so they don't even have to worry about that. Now this one has ties. I never used ties. I actually did it first, but I really found that there was no practical use for it because you would just cinch it up at the top, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Plus it adds in extra hemp and weight, or extra seams for things to get stuck in, so like chia seeds, etc. Yeah, it's just not necessary. It added an extra weight, so I just didn't include it. Now this also, talking about weight, there's, of course, because it's a manufactured good, there's a label on it that makes it a little bit heavier. But that's the size. It's like, it's a pretty good size. You could fit all your almonds in there and rice, and I only got 3 of those bags. I would usually need like 6 to 9 bags or glass containers, either one for bulk items. And then the next one is this repeat fabric that they use. This is repeat mesh. Repeat is a trademarked word that they use for using recyclable materials to create this, like, what's that fabric called that's made out of coats? So they use recyclable materials for this, and they call it repeat. And then there's mesh on the front, and this is technically for, each bag is built for a specific kind of produce for storing it. I don't generally store my produce in my bags. I usually empty it, but I might start doing fruits and vegetables and just leave it in here. I think that might be nice. All of the bulk items would go to a glass container so I could see what was in them. I didn't see a tear weight anywhere on this. So no tear weight on that, but on this bag it does have a tear weight at 0.96 ounces. So that's kind of a bummer. Not that I couldn't just write the tear weight on the bag. And again, that's if someone will accept a tear weight. But this is a nice quality. All this, I mean, compared to what I had, whenever I brought my bags, the workers would always be like, oh, this is cute, did you make it yourself? The quality is nice, but we'll see. I mean, this looks like it's super able to tear really quickly. And the last version is just all of the repeat. So it's repeat all the way around, no mesh. And it's kind of like a camping bag. And again, the tear weight is in there. This is 1 ounce. For example, it talks about what you're supposed to put in it in the label. This restricts airflow and locks in moisture, perfect for squash, broccoli, carrots, and celery. So there's 3 of each that I'm going to take to the grocery store, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. And the last thing I wanted to try out was for the glass jars to make it easy for transport. I got a harder grocery bag. This is an 80K pack basket, and you can use 2 straps, or you can go like this and have just 1. And then it folds down really easily and can store nicely. But I just thought it would be nice to have something that was a little bit more high quality, that if you are taking glass containers, would make it a little bit easier. Do you need to have any of this stuff? Whenever you see like zero waste, buy this product. You really don't. I haven't used it for the last 2 years. I haven't bought any of these products like this for kitchen, and I've been totally fine. So don't worry about it. I feel kind of bad buying them because they're not necessary, but at the same time, I thought it'd be fun to try it out. So that's what I got. For better or for worse, I'm gonna try some out, and I'll let you know if they help out or not.